on day 2 of competition here from the YONEX All England Championships. But our next match features the defending champion, the number 6 seed Lee Zii Jia of Malaysia, and he's up against the Pan American champion Brian Yang from Canada. So this from the bottom half of the draw, this second round encounter. And the big news from earlier today was with the battle of the 2 bronze medalists from the recent World Championships in Huelva in Spain. And it was Lakshya Sen who came through against Anders Antonsen, the number 3 seed. And the other seed in that little section has gone as well, because Ng Ka Long of Hong Kong, China, has been beaten by Lu Guangzhou in 2 straight games. Former champion Momota, he won the title in 2019. 2-time former world champion, of course, Kento Momota. He's in the bottom half of the draw as well.
This is the YONEX All England Open Badminton Championships 2022. Please welcome the technical officials and players onto court number 1 in the men's singles. Let's hear it for the players from Canada, Brian Yang, and his opponent, the number 6 seed from Malaysia, and current men's singles champion, Lee Zii Jia.
Well, only making his 3rd appearance at the All England Championships, Lee Zii Jia. He's been in at least a semi-final on both occasions.
You will to serve. Change.
So Brian Yang has won the toss of the coin and has chosen to serve. So Lee Zii Jia gets to decide which end he would like to start the match. Well, this, I can tell you, will be a 3rd meeting between these 2 players. The previous 2 encounters were both won by the Malaysian, and the last time they met was in the group stage of the Thomas Cup in Aarhus last autumn. 21-18, 21-13 in 38 minutes it was. And incidentally, this man, Brian Yang, is still looking to win a game, let alone a match. He's lost both of his previous matches in 2 straight games. There we are, that's confirmation of that. Well, Brian Yang is one of the players who has been training in Dubai with the Victor Axelsen training camp. And there's no getting away from the fact that all the players, including Lakshya Sen, who we were talking about a moment ago, having beaten Anders Antonsen, all the players in that Dubai training camp have all been playing extremely well since those training sessions. First one last year, there's been another one recently. He's only 20 years of age, as you can see, born in Toronto, in Ontario. A tall athlete, 180, that's 5'11", but this man is even taller, the number 6 seed, the defending champion, born in Alostar in Kedah, and he will turn 24 later this month, 29th of March to be precise. He played last week. He was a semi-finalist in Germany, lost out to the eventual champion Wiedersan. And in the first round yesterday, the defending champion beat Kenta Nishimoto of Japan, 21-16, 21-17. Brian Yang, as we look at our umpire, beat Sitikom Tamasin of Thailand, but needed 3 games to do it, and in fact came back from match point down in the deciding game to win 22-20 in the decider. So our court officials from Croatia and England. Who's fast on his feet is Brian Yang. 10 medals from Pan American Junior Championships, 7 in individual, including 6 individual gold medals across all 3 disciplines.
Brian Yang, Canada. And on my left, Lee Zii Jia, Malaysia. Brian Yang to serve. Love all. Way.
So the second round men's singles, that looked a nervous shot, didn't it? Well, it's understandable if he was nervous. It's only a second appearance at the All England for Brian Yang. And in getting through his first round match yesterday, the Canadian became the first player from Canada in 51 years to reach the second round of the All England Championships in the men's singles discipline. The last player, 1971, Wayne McDonnell. Good rally.
Three, love.
Well, in last year's final, Lee Zii Jia beat the then defending champion Victor Axelsen in 3 games. The opening game an absolute thriller, which he won 30-29.
4, love.
Is there a reason, do you think, Steen, why Lee Zii Jia has enjoyed so much success? I know it's only 2 previous matches, but both of them won in 2 straight games. Or was it just that Brian Yang is a 20-year-old who's only just coming into world badminton?
Yeah, both. I think Brian Yang is, in my opinion, a native rally player. He likes to build up his game, and that gives Lee Zii Jia a lot of options for using his attack. Wasn't too well placed there, but the threats from Brian Yang is not so big on Lee Zii Jia. He's not attacking him too much without sort of putting too much emphasis on the match. Then Lee Zii Jia lost quite easily to Kunlavut Vitisan last week in Germany, and Vitisan put Lee Zii Jia under pressure whenever he could, and didn't let him sort of get comfortable in his playing style and make use of his big smash. So I think Brian Yang needs to try and control the match here if he's to create a surprise.
Three, 6.
Well, that's a lovely net shot. That seemed to crawl up the net and somehow fell over. Missed it. Well, Steen, here's a fun fact for you. Last year when Lee Zii Jia won the All England title, the previous week he played the Swiss Open. We had the Swiss Open before the All England last year, and he lost to Wiedersahn.
Because I saw that match.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that's not going to hold up in All England. And then he came totally transformed to All England.
7-4.
So if history repeats itself. And not only that, of course, in last year's All England, in the quarterfinal stage, he played Momota, and potentially he could do so again this year. Brian Yang has got something to say about that. I couldn't find in the record books, Steen, any Canadian men's singles player who'd reached an All-England quarter-final.
No.
It'd have to be before 1971, because that was the last player from Canada who reached the second round of the All-England.
That was the McDonald.
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of Canadian players from early on. I'm not sure there has been. There's been
so this
some
could
good
be
doubles players, but no.
Yeah. This could be a little bit of history today.
It's a funny situation, by the way, that Lee Zii Jia, who's now gone independent from the Malaysian national team and trying to set up his own training environment, just like Axelsen had done in Dubai. I don't know, maybe there's some cooperation between those two in the future. That's I don't think there's been any talks about it, but who knows? But he's hired Indra Vijaya, the former Indonesian, as his coach, and Darren Liu as his assistant coach. And Darren Liu is playing on the court adjacent to this court one here. So what happens if you play your assistant coach in a tournament?
Yes. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, Steve, but it's a good point. Theoretically, it's a great point.
And what if you lose? Are you doing the feeding on Monday morning then?
Seven, 8.
He was not strong from below the tape, Lee Zii Jia, in Germany. So that's something that we should keep an eye out on, whether
Service over, 9-7.
that has been bettered. It's well placed.
That's perfect.
Service over.
Couldn't have walked over there and placed it any better. Well, considering he was 6-1 down, this is a remarkable comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, he's overdone that. And in fact, he's back level.
Yeah.
9-all.
Remarkable. And indeed, into the lead.
And it's not looking solid,
10-9.
in my opinion, the way Lee Zii Jia is playing at the moment.
Missed it. Well, well, well. On a run.
11-9. Interval.
10 of the last 13 points in favour of Brian Yang. With a 2-point advantage. And interestingly, he doesn't have a coach here.
That's something that also Michelle Lee has experienced in her career in women's single, coming from one of the smaller countries, badminton-wise.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
11-9, play.
So Lee Zii Jia needs to refine the form that took him to a 5-love and a 6-1 lead in this opening game. Do you think a big part
Service
of
over.
why
10,
he's struggled in
11.
recent months has been the pressure that he's been under?
Yeah, I think so.
But
I
that's,
think it has.
yeah, I mean, but that's sport, isn't it? I mean, when you're the underdog, you know, it's a wonderful place to play from, because nobody's got the expectations. You don't have the same pressures. As soon as you've won the big one, which was the All England last year, that's a super shot. Brilliant. Lovely angle. You know, it all changes. Everybody's studying videos of you. Everybody's wanting to give their best every time they play against you.
Yeah. You're the one that, especially when you sort of like the new kid on the block, people are starting a game saying, what are we going to do to try and make it difficult for this man here, Lee Zii Jia. And
Service over, 12-11.
I guess the country in the world that's quickest to put pressure on players that show glimpses of greatness is, in my opinion, Malaysia. The expectations, they just skyrocket if you win an important tournament, and All England was an important tournament, but it was also a special tournament played during the pandemic. All the Indonesian players had to withdraw because of a positive case on their flight and so on. And apart from repeating his win over Momota in the Sudirman or Thomas Cup,
Service over,
he also lost
13,
to him, but
12.
I think he beat him one more time, Lee Zii Jia. Then
It was in the semi-final of the Sudirman Cup.
yeah. Then the big results have been lacking, which is also natural because he's quite young, and that was his breakthrough, and everybody's sort of saying, okay, now we have found the new Lee Chong-wei, and that's a huge pressure to be under. Then there's all this with going independent, all the commotion there was about it, where he was to get excluded for 2 years, and then finally things worked out, and getting a coaching team together and getting enough practice and so on. So there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you really want to, I guess it's very few players that wants to win this tournament less than Lee Zii Jia. I think he's got a really, really big dream to win it again and sort of prove that it wasn't a one-hit wonder.
Going wide. Oh, he's taken it. Missed it. Well, no doubting, as you've just said, his desire is Lee Zii Jia to
13.
retain the title. The last player to retain the All England men's singles title was Steen?
Momota?
No.
No? Didn't he win in 18? Who won in 18?
Shi Yuqi.
Shi Yuqi. Then it's Lee Chong-wei.
It was indeed Lee Chong-wei, 2010 and 11.
Service over, 14-15.
I appreciate the point you made earlier, Steen, about Brian Yang not
Service
having
over.
so many
16,
attacking
14.
weapons to really hurt Lee Zii Jia. But I've been really sort of trying to watch it since then, and I don't think he's actually giving Lee Zii Jia many opportunities to attack. So he's playing a clever game, though. Even though he doesn't have the weapons himself, he's not allowing his opponent to play his favoured style.
No. I think this could be the game that Lee Zii Jia needs to sort of get going again. Find the cork in the arena. But that's worrying because, I mean, that smash is
Service over.
nice,
15,
but
16.
not more than nice. Look at the placement. It's definitely within reach. I think it's a very open All England tournament this year. But the first two rounds here, it's been interesting trying to gauge who is playing well, who looks good in the first matches here. And I think there's a lot of players that
15,
could end up winning it.
Well, at the start of the tournament, we had 9 players in the draw who had won a World Championship medal.
Yeah.
16 all.
I like the placement of that initial smash from Brian Yang. Slightly across the body towards the right hip of Lee Zii Jia. Yeah, good net shot.
And that's important for Lee Zii Jia
Service over.
to find the touch at the net. That was
16.
definitely lacking last week, where Vitisan was totally dominating the net. And when you have a smash as big as the Malaysian, then you want to be able to set it up.
Oh, what a perfect initial net shot from Lee Zii Jia.
18, 16.
This one here, look at that. That is perfection. No wonder the Canadian struggled to control the reply. That's another good net shot. Missed it. Oh, well, it's called in. Brian Yang is going to ask for the instant review. Well, I instinctively, obviously, I said I thought he had missed it.
Yeah, it was close.
I haven't been very good this week, though, have I?
Yeah.
On the
Yeah. Yeah, good.
I'm back in form.
Yeah. Eagle vision.
Correction, out. Service over, 17, 18, play.
Let's push long. That could be a costly error.
Service over, 19, 17.
There was 3 defensive shots in that rally, Steen, from Lee Zii Jia
Service over.
that simply weren't good enough.
19.
I know that's a little harsh, but at this level, you've got to be tighter, you've got to do something with it. These rallies are getting longer and longer. Oh, brilliant net shot again from Lee Zii Jia. Yet another net cord.
Service over. 20. Game point. 18.
He immediately apologises, a raised hand in apology. So 2 game point opportunities for the defending champion. That's a much, much better defensive shot, that block.
Service over. 19-20.
Look at that backhand, he's taking it so late and still had the accuracy on the cross-court drop. It's gone wide. And 2 game points have come and gone for the defending champion. It's 20 all and extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Yeah, a little more urgency in the rally there from Lee Zii Jia.
Service
A
over.
third
21.
game point opportunity for the Malaysian. Another error on the defensive shots.
Service
Down
over.
his forehand side from Lee Zii Jia. Is there something technical that's going wrong here, Steen? Was just not quick enough to it.
I
Just
don't
not-
know. I remember in the beginning of the match, my initial thought was that his stance is really high. His point of gravity is a bit high. We saw it with Antonsen earlier today when he lost to Lakshya Sen. They're tall players, both Antonsen and Lee Zii Jia here. So getting low in the defense is really important. Now that's good attack.
Yeah, it really is.
Rugby call, please.
4th game point opportunity for the
Service
defending
over.
champion. That's
22,
far
21.
more urgency and speed of movement in that rally.
Yeah. That's something that can scare your opponents.
Twenty-two, 21.
Yeah, good smash.
It's also way too short. suspect the lift from Lee Zii Jia.
Service
Yeah,
over.
look where his feet are when he
22
plays that.
all.
Always an indication of how deep the lift or clear was. Always pushed it wide. And now it's the first game point opportunity for
23,
Brian Yang.
22.
Nice angle. Nicely done. I wonder, are we going to have a repeat of the
Service
opening game of
over.
last year's final?
23 all.
30-29.
Yeah.
I still don't know why we don't play on at 29 all until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Why we have sudden death. So, a fifth
24,
game point
23.
opportunity for Lee Zii Jia, the defending champion. Brilliant, utterly brilliant from Brian Yang.
Service over. 24 all.
Oh, that's gone long.
Service
It
over.
is difficult to
25,
control from that
24.
far side of the court, isn't it, with the drift?
I feel there's a little bit more drift today than there was yesterday.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Also from watching the earlier matches of today, much more difficult to control it on the back line there.
Oh, that's a beauty. Finally.
First
Lee
game
Zii
won
Jia.
by Lee Zii Jia. 26-24.
On his sixth game point opportunity. Finally converts. 26-24. 27 minutes. Well, what a thrilling opening game. I thought initially it was all going to be Lee Zii Jia, but this final rally of this opening game was an absolute beauty. What an angle to finish it. Yeah, it has to be a good angle against Brian Yang because his court coverage is so good.
Dia tuh tetap menggunakan lurus terus kamu begini terus dia berkembang jadi crossing dari sedikit aja, nggak ada yang bahaya.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, I'm sure
Second
all
game.
Malaysian fans, and
Level.
indeed Lee Zii Jia himself, will be
Wait.
mightily relieved that the defending champion scraped through that opening game.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Love.
And now it's going to be really interesting to see whether Brian Yang can get the correct length on his shot here, playing up against the drift. Because otherwise it's going to be fireworks of smashes from Lee Zii Jia. In the first two rallies here, he's not had the correct length.
Yeah, that's lovely skill from the Canadian.
Service
Backhand
over.
cross-court net
1,
shot.
2.
Took it early. So often players, when they play that tricky
Two.
backhand
Oh.
cross-court net shot, I feel let it go too low before they try it.
Yeah.
That was nice, he took it early. Oh, gosh, that was just inside the line. Well, the lift from Brian Yang was woefully short.
Service over.
Take a look at this
3,
lift. It was
2.
forced because of the quality net shot. I'm not sure it needed to be that close to the line. Yeah. I don't think he quite meant that.
Badminton. Service over. 3-all.
Wow. Now that is a good smash.
Service over.
He said that he'd be able to
4,
use the
3.
drift, hitting with the drift to power down some smashes. And he was certainly right on that.
Five, 3.
That's tough conditions now for Brian Yang, because he's got to stay close to the front court and challenge Lee Zii Jia. But
Wow. It's another brilliant smash.
blocking those smashes
6,
there, that's
3.
it's going to be difficult. And the thing is, he's got to close the net down even more than he thinks, because Lee Zii Jia is going to play back at him, and then he needs to hope that whenever Zii Jia decides to play a lift, that he puts it long in the drift, or that he can somehow save it in a good way, but he cannot lose the net game. Now, if he does that,
6,
then
3.
it's game over.
Oh, yes. addressing the shuttle so early.
7-3.
Played the smash straight down the line. Good follow-up. Yep. Coming from above the shuttle with the racket. He's got so many options then. He can push it, he can block it.
8-3.
And again, the service return here from Brian Yang. Not bad, but just not good enough to trouble Lee Zii Jia. Too easy to read.
Missed it.
Brian Yang challenges. Call.
Oh, I don't think he won that challenge. No.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
So this is 6 straight points.
9.
Yeah, it is, and it's a totally different looking Lee Zii Jia in this second game. Of course, he got confidence by winning the first, but it's a much more frightening opponent.
It's gone wide as well.
10-3.
Good shot.
Well,
11-3.
it's 8 straight
Interval.
points. And to the mid-game interval with an 8-point advantage.
Jangan kasih lambat. Idol kamu yang drop apa-apa, tapi kamu yang geraknya mesti harus dapat dulu. Jadi ada yang berani jaga kecepatan sekali. Itu satu dulu. Kalau punya depan ini semua ya. Ya. Yang depan jangan masuk dulu. Kasih dia masuk dulu. Kasih dia masuk dulu. Oke, 1 poin. 1 poin.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Ryan, could you please fix it? Thank you very much. (11-3). Play. Service over.
Well,
4-11.
it is a tall order from here for Brian Yang, this far adrift. But I have to say, Steen, every time I watch him play, I get more and more excited about his
Service
potential
over.
going forward.
Yeah, totally agree.
I mean, he's only just turned 20, hasn't he, at the end of last year?
Good shot. Oh,
Brilliant. How on earth did he get out of trouble there, Lee Zii Jia? The dive, net shot. How often do you see that? Remarkable.
controlling it and a little bit of luck, of course, but that's great awareness, not just saving it, but also trying to control it.
Yeah.
(13-4). Service over, 5-13.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah, there's the power play again.
Yeah. And
Service
I
over.
think this match here is important for players going to play Lee Zii Jia later in the tournament, because when he's playing at this far side of the court, he's really, really lethal. So
Oh, there's another one.
if I were his opponent, I would choose to
15-5.
start on the near side here, like he chose, to prevent him from finishing on the good side of the court.
Oh, he guessed the right side. Still couldn't deal with it.
Service over. 6-15.
Yeah, good net shot from Brian Yang. Yeah, it didn't work, the rally.
Service over. 16-7.
Oh, that's well left. Yeah, I'm
Service over.
agreeing with you more and more, Steen, about the drift being more pronounced today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because he
that
hardly...
wasn't a hard shot, that
no.
one.
And it still went long. Oh, my goodness, take that.
That was a hard shot.
Yeah.
Service over. 17-8.
Seems faster movement as well from Lee Zii Jia in this second game. I don't know whether it was just nerves in the first or quite what it was. He looks a different player.
He's got more confidence, but also a lot of the times he's moving on a shorter court there. He's not on the first tram line, so that's always the first thing. If your defense breaks down, you have to think, am I playing too short?
Yeah.
And Brian Yang is definitely playing too short.
Yeah, look where Lee Zii Jia's feet are. He wasn't even at the double service line.
No.
And if it had been a full length lift, he would have been inside the tram line at the back.
At least one
Yeah.
foot inside the tram lines. That's the general idea, that you're playing with a reasonably good length.
Service over. 9-19.
Oh, yes, that's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got lovely
19.
skills. And I think if he continues to base himself in Dubai with the Victor Axelsen training camp, I think he will just go from strength to strength. Brian Yang. Oh,
You've got to be careful with that shot there.
Yeah.
11-19.
A little bit of showboating there from Lee Zii Jia. Good running, good pace. that's a pity from the Canadians' perspective.
Service
It's
over.
deserted him a little bit, the
20.
smash from the
Match
backhand
point.
side here in the second game.
11.
If we remember some of the early rallies.
So it's match point opportunities for the Malaysian. Only needed the one. 26-24.
Match won by Lee Zii Jia.
21-11.
26-24, 21-11.
Scoreline confirmed by the umpire, and the defending champion through to a third consecutive quarter-final. That's his third consecutive All-England Championships. Remember, his previous two All-England appearances, a semi-final, and then last year the title. This is the final points of the match, and it was the tight spinning neck shot from Lee Zii Jia that did the damage, force the weak reply, the loose reply, and an easy put away. Once again, confirmation of that scoreline, 26-24, 21-11 to the defending champion, Lee Zii Jia.
Sorry, outdoor.
So those are the matches that have happened so far, and we have two more matches to come. And next up is the last of the home interest in this year's All England Championship.